Is the MCU in shambles? According to my TikTok For You page, it is.
The MCU actually appears to be in shambles.
But the MCU is in shambles.
Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, I'm David Chen. I talk about TV, movies, tech, and the media, and there's a new piece in Variety from Tatiana Siegel about all the troubles that have been going on behind the scenes at Marvel. There are some really juicy anonymous quotes in this article, but a lot of it sums up the things that we already knew. We already knew that Quantumania had rough CG because it was rushed. Same thing goes for She-Hulk Attorney at Law, which cost $25 million per episode, and it did not look it. And we also know that they've been trying to figure out what to do about Jonathan Majors, who's been struggling with a host of PR and legal issues. Supposedly, they've been thinking about recasting Majors or potentially just pivoting away from Kang altogether and using a different villain like maybe Doctor Doom. There were a couple of new pieces of information in the story, like the fact that Nia DaCosta, who is the director of the Marvels, started working on pre-production of her next film before the Marvels post-production was finished. That is unusual in the world of filmmaking, but it's not completely unheard of, and especially given how producer-driven Marvel titles are, it's not exactly a shock in this case. One of the most telling bits in the article was about the upcoming Blade film starring Mahershala Ali. That movie was supposed to come out this year, but has since gone through at least 5 writers, 2 directors, and 1 shutdown 6 weeks before production. According to the article, at one point it morphed into a narrative led by women and filled with life lessons. This led Mahershala Ali to almost leave the project, but apparently Kevin Feige got things under control, he hired a new writer, and they're trying to shoot the film for about $100 million, which is significantly less than most Marvel films we've seen over the course of the last few years. That story reminded me of this story in The Hollywood Reporter about how Daredevil recently hit the reset button. The show Daredevil Born Again was supposed to be the triumphant return of that character, but with less than half the episodes already shot, they actually decided to scrap the whole thing and start over again. And if you think about this combined with all the issues in the Variety article, they all feel like they're part of the same issue, which is that creatively, Marvel doesn't have its ducks in a row. Now, there are many reasons for that, but the biggest one is that the amount of Marvel content has gone up over time. With the launch of Disney Plus, with many hours of Marvel series needed per year, with many Marvel films needed per year, CEO of Disney Bob Iger has admitted that Disney Plus diluted focus and attention from Marvel. These are not people who have previously had tons of experience making TV shows, so they've been just figuring it out as they went along. With pretty mixed results, in my opinion. I have not been a fan of a lot of the stuff Marvel's put out over the course of the last year or two. I thought Thor Love and Thunder was terrible. I thought Wakanda Forever was a disappointment. I thought Quantumania was a huge bummer. Secret Invasion was a disaster. I still have my hopes high for the Marvels, but the buzz from the Variety piece is not strong. I don't think Phase 4 and 5 of Marvel is particularly successful so far. But I think what a lot of people miss is that Kevin Feige is one of the most talented producers that has ever lived. And he has a lot of money and a decent amount of time to figure this out. Recent Marvel output has been tough, and there have been external factors that have made it even more difficult for them to be able to focus on their work, I'm sure. But I think they're aware of the problems, and I personally wouldn't bet against Kevin Feige quite yet. But let me know what you think in the comments. Is Marvel over, or is there still hope? I'm David Chen. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a like, follow, and subscribe. Thanks.